Good morning. Okay. As you know, I was probably going to put together a segment on this alarming behavior. Just spoke the other day about lame behavior, and here we have another episode. So hear me out. Oh, almost dropped it, sorry. I'm on the floor stretching. Part of that routine thing that I spoke about last week. So, hear me out. I believe that there's something called proactive plan of action. Instead of standing by, feeling and looking helpless. As a people, I can't see that we have exercised our ability to use our proactive plan of actions much. And so I'm proposing, I'm urging, I'm calling for and trying to motivate all the people who are outraged regarding this excessive force behavior that is an extreme abuse of authority. Like the gentleman said on one news segment this morning, taking advantage of the protect and serve the behaviors we've been seeing is a million miles away from that. The entitlement, privilege, and the playing the victim in the situation with the lady in the park this past week. Brothers from Harvard standing there looking at birds, and she tries to make a call to provoke a situation. This is all very, very silly, immature behavior, childish. And I'm calling for people to react with a proactive plan of action. Not your 1965 marches. I mean, if we have to make that part of the game plan, fine. Because the biggest part of this is a message that needs to spread like wildfire about a plan of action. The operative word is action. Get moving. The movement part of this thing is I have a strategy about when people are bystanders and they're standing there looking at a situation where someone's being choked out, seeing an officer abusing their privilege or their authority, that's the better word, and excessive force. Instead of standing there taking a very smart and acceptable approach, putting something in place like part of a citizen's rights. So I'll speak to that, and it's the same idea as doing a citizen's arrest, but there's a command thought process that gets the officer to cease and desist that behavior until a mediator can come into play. And I can elaborate a little better, given a stage and sit down at a round table with a few people who have a bigger stage than I do to introduce and promote this proactive plan, which is severely needed to save our children, our families, our legacy, people of color. Hence the reason we have outrageous numbers of people of color in prisons because of these things and the way they're looked at and approached. That was not a violent situation where the brother was not resisting arrest, but we see time and again these people that were wearing badges taking advantage again and abusing their authority to continuously misclassify and off the clock. They have other agendas, obviously, that are brewing. It's an undercurrent. And we're not going to stand by and be subject to it. Not in this lifetime with me. Okay? And I hope that you'll join me. So Let's get together, talk proactive. If you know anybody like a LeBron James or the way to reach Colin Kaepernick, I have a solution. That's the key point for my statement. I need to get a movement of people who can command a larger stage than I can to get the message out there. Let me lay it down in common sense and we'll go from there. Thank you for your ear. Reach back to me. My email is Derek Robinson, DerrickRobinson @gmail. Get to me so I'm planning to make moves on this very quickly. You can go with me if you want to, but I can't stand by and watch this any longer. Our heart aches for these things, and we just refuse to be victims anymore. That's terrible. And we're tired of looking people trying to play victim against us. So thank you. We're losing our lives. I'll be on a more positive note next time. I just woke up with some things on my spirit, and I'm sure we're all feeling that way. Those who are connected with the spirit of humanity. Have a good day.